Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Wildcats about to kick it away and get this season started. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
State offense will take over. First and 10.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, NC State.
Wants to go up top on first down. Complete. This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Give to the back. Oh, he's got a chance. Breaks into the open. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. To the air on first down. Working that wide receiver screen. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's second and 4. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Ball's at the 27. It's third and short. Can they avoid making that fourth down decision? Throws toward the end zone. Into the house. Touchdown, NC State.
NC State.
Yeah, this offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the first quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Offense in a bunch formation. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Release to the back. Caught near the sticks. It's Williams. Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
One of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play. 1st and 10 from their own 49. The toss sweep to the right. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
If you want to test the physicality of a defense, get the toss play going. Get the outside run game working, because those DBs are going to have to find ways to fight off blocks, and you're going to find out just how badly these little guys want to put their face in the fan.
They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Silva. Takes the easy one to the back. Across the 25, he's got room. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark him right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
The give is to Williams. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Quarterback making checks. With the run on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
It's always fun to watch offensive creativity in the red zone. Like, how are you going to get some space for your guy? They try the toss, get him out wide, maybe get into some space. The defense was ready. Nice job falling forward, getting at least a little bit on the play.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Savage. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Big early test for both teams in this opening game of the season. It's 3rd and goal. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Cutting it close now with 3rd and goal upcoming. Wide receiver comes in motion. Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, decision time right now for the head coach because the opponent is way out so far in this game. I do know it's early, but you've got to know defensively you've had some problems stopping them. So is kicking a field goal here going to be enough? You might want to consider going for this.
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Pretty good job of coverage on that kick. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Here's the handoff. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. Looking to fire. Got his man out of the backfield. Turning it on! That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Reads it, fires complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Back to pass. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Keene. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Not the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. The give on the option. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. On 4th down, going to the air. Trying to beat the D deep. It's caught. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
That's a big-time completion. And guys, I think they caught the defense napping right there. I think everybody on defense thought that they were going to maybe throw to the sticks on that one, but instead, quarterback had some other ideas. He had a matchup he loved one-on-one, vertically down the field. He took advantage of it. This guy made a great catch. Let's keep this drive going.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. He caught it! They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several 1st downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
They'll move the tight end. quarterback will keep it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Got it behind the line. It's Keene. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
You can't afford to squander these opportunities once you get into the red zone. Twice they've been denied. Here's 3rd and goal. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Fourth and goal from the 3, and the offense will stay out there and try to finish the deal. Looking to throw. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the ground with the back. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
1st and 10 from their own 17. He wants to change this route. They'll send the back in motion. Scanning the field, it's Silva. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. And back to the air on 2nd down. Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, I think because the quarterback just wasn't able to transfer his weight and really step into that throw, the ball sailed on him a little bit, and that defender had a chance to make that interception. That's one you've got to make the quarterback pay for.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Showing the arm straight down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
Punt is on its way. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return.
Will take over 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. They'll start this drive going to the air. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
On target. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
NC State comes to the line to deal with third and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. Attack. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Kentucky!
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Virginia is ahead right now in Charlottesville, but that's not exactly Sean Moore out there dominating this one. We are a long way from being over. They're up by 10 over Louisiana Tech. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Back open in the middle.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
NC State might think about going for a big one on second and short. Looking to fire. Using the quick game. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Keem. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. This will likely be the last play of the half. To the air on second down. The sweet feet buy a little time. The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. North Carolina State will kick it off to open the third quarter. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
The Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Ocean from the wideout. They'll give it to the back. Finding an escape route. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
First down for this offense. Tight end now in motion. To the air, it's Silva. Bringing the heat. Caught behind the line, it's Williams. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The offense in its own end still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. The pull and throw off the RPO. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
They'll try the run. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back, getting the yardage.
And the Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to throw, it's Silva. Pocket breaking down. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
And the Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Let's go. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Around midfield, go for it. This isn't 1930 football. Try to get the first down. Trying to keep the drive alive. They'll mark him down right there, but it'll be enough for a Kentucky first down. That conversion sets a tone, but that's also really part of their MO. They're going to go for it on 4th and short.
Yeah, it's a body blow, and it's demoralizing. It's a good point, Reese. When you go for it like that and you go get it, you're essentially telling the opponent, look, you can't stop us. Next time we get in a similar situation, we're going to do the exact same thing, and there ain't nothing you can do about it.
Looking to throw on first down. Skips away from pressure. He'll get rid of it. Connection to the right. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
A first down run on the doorstep. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal?
Yankee blue! Yankee blue! 42 Spider! 4, go!
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Get it out to the supersonic guy. At the 35, he's open. Touchdown, North Carolina State. And that one will give him the lead.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
And the extra point was good. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. The offense changing the play. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Going for it all. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Silva.
All right, that's one the offensive line has got to be able to communicate and pick up. When that inside linebacker comes running through the A gap or the B gap, those O-linemen, they've got to work together, and they've got to pass guys off to one another to make sure they pick him up. They didn't do it that time.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From his end zone, trying to loosen up this D. And the shot play downfield falls harmlessly to the turf, and we've played 3 quarters. We've reached the break. It's NC State on top. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Kentucky will be forced to punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. From the gun, the ground game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And he's going to bring this one out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Things did not go on the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the... And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
The Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. The play action fake. Makes the catch. It's Savage. Knocked off his feet.
You know, at this point of the game, guys, trailing the way they are late in the game, check down throws are not going to get it done. You have got to be more aggressive in the passing game. You're going to have to just start taking shots.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Dropping back, it's Silva. Hauls it in. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Might be changing the route. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires left. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
You got to love what you've seen from the defense in this game, too. They knew coming into this one against this quarterback, being as talented as he is, they were going to have to be really good in coverage on the back end, and that's been the case all game long. They have never let it be easy for this quarterback.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Just keeps swinging it. Working that left side. There he goes. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Now they'll try to get the 2 and make it a 3-point game late. Wide receiver going in motion. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and that could be big as it draws them to within a field goal. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Looking for blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
State offense will take over. First and 10.
North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on first down. A little release to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Wants to go up top. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
I don't blame the quarterback for taking that shot either, man. He's cooked up with this guy twice today for scores. Give him another try. They just couldn't get on the same page on that.
NC State has work to do to convert this 3rd down. Quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line and brings up 4th down. This is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. On the run, fires downfield. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down.
That is how you rise to the occasion late in the game. Your defense had to come up big, had to get the offense the football back. They're trailing by a little bit now. Let's go make this thing even more special.
Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Defense has it. They're on the move. Inside the 10. And this defense breaks it open as they return it to the house for 6. These guys are starting to separate themselves a little bit now, and it could get ugly if there's no answer coming up.
Nail me coffin. You know, we're supposed to keep everybody involved in this game, right? Keep them excited, a reason to tune in. Well, I don't got one. This is over.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Wake Forest is dominating this one, thanks to an offense that's done whatever it's wanted since the opening kickoff. They're up by 18 over Nevada. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback.
Wildcats will take over 1st and 10.
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Silva. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offense trying to get the screen pass to the running back and get him out into space to do some damage, but the defense not having it. No gain on that play.
Wants to adjust the pattern. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And the defense loves being in this type of situation, right? You've got a big lead. It's in the 4th quarter. You know the opponent's going to be throwing the football, so you get your best pass rushers coming off the edge, using that speed, dipping and ripping, getting to the quarterback for another big play.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Trying play action. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Fires it into a crowd, and it's picked off. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the football, bleed the clock, let the big uglies up front, get some push and ball security, David. That's a premium.
Yes, take care of the football. Don't make any dumb mistakes. Be physical. And listen, if they want to load the box, don't be afraid to take a shot.
Power football with the run. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. How much fun was that one? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams